Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Minor 49er. Mrs. 49er is out on a 10-mile run this morning, and I didn't want to bring Bear because I'm kind of going into an unsafe place. I didn't want to risk it, but I got a bit of a different video for us today. So I came to this area that we've explored before. We haven't explored all of it. We've explored quite a bit of it, and the reason I've come back is because I hear tell from locals that there's a tram line around here somewhere that workers in this ghost town would hop onto in the morning and ride up and over the mountain to work. I thought that was a really cool idea. So we're gonna do that, take that ride. Sort of. The tram line is still there, so we're going to follow it. But unfortunately, we're going to have to follow it on foot. Because as you can probably imagine, there's not much left of the old tram line. But it starts there, and it goes up. Now, I don't know how far up my legs are going to take us. We're going to go as far as we can. I don't know what's on the other side of that mountain. I really don't know a lot of anything, really, except that the miners used to get in over there and get hauled up and over the mountain to work, which suggests there's a mine over there. So that's where we're going to go. So glad you could join me today, by the way. It's gonna be a good day. It's about 74 degrees. It's overcast, hopefully it won't rain. Look at the size of these cables. Man, they are big. Just for reference, here's the cable, here's my hand. That is a big cable, holy cow. We got something here though, we're gonna take a look at first. Don't know what it is, but like I said, we're gonna take a look at it. Oh, well, look at that. It's a mine. Let's find a rock. I didn't go too deep. I wonder if it just goes down a few feet and then stops, or what? Not gonna bother with it. I know I can't get in. It doesn't sound too deep. And I need to take my backpack to get on. I don't really want to do that right now, because we are on a mission. Those big cables again. We're approaching the first structure. I don't know what it's called, but it's the first stop for us in this long tram line. hopefully from here we'll be able to see the next structure. Oh, maybe we won't make it. Good grief. This thing's massive. Goodness. Almost looks like it had two bays. Could be. One for coming and one for going, maybe? I don't know. Look, it's my Jeep. All right. Let's see if we can catch a sight of our next junction? No, our next waypoint. Yeah, we'll call it a waypoint. I don't know what else it's supposed to be called. Tram, maybe? I don't know. Oh, ooh, right all the way up there. Ay, ay, ay. Now, before y'all get too excited about this big waste rock pile up ahead, we've actually already been in there a couple of times, in fact. That thing's got a 1,000-foot shaft in it. Frank and I were able to get down pretty far until the ladder just disappeared. And a few years ago, my dad and I went through there. So it's not new. It's cool, but it's not new. There's some collapsed structure here, though. I wonder if this was another waypoint. Whatever it is, or was, it ain't no more. Well, while I was hiking up that tram line, took a small detour, and I'm glad I did, because look what I found. Don't know anything about it other than that it's about to be explored. The tram line is right up there, but I wanted to get over this rise and see all of that, because, well, you know me. Okay, this is just as I was expecting. It's nothing. Doesn't go up, doesn't go in. So, oh well. It's not what we came here today for anyway, although it was a cool find still. But before I get back onto the tram trail, I noticed a pole down here. This might have been an electric line or a phone line or whatever, leading to whatever the tram line is leading to. Oh, whatever it is, it's defunct. You can see up at the, well, I don't know if you can see, I can see up at the top lines that have fallen. This no longer goes anywhere. Although, here's another test hole, maybe? Let's see. Excuse me. Let's see if we can have a clear path ahead of us. Not really anything that way. But there's another pole that way. And that's the direction we're heading, so I'm going to continue on that way and catch back up with you in a few minutes. So we're coming up to something. I lost sight of the sight of the tram line, so I think it might be part of it. Hopefully it's the one we're looking for. These rocks are like razor blades. No, they're more like a cheese grater. Yeah, and not the easy side, that big. Sorry, I'm winded. Not the side of the cheese grater that gives you nice long slices. The other side. The bad side. That's what this rock's like. Okay. Here's the next part, next waypoint. We got these big timbers, or cables, and the next waypoint's right there. Here you can see the previous one right down there. Which means our Jeep is at the bottom by that road. Let me take a short breather and we'll keep going up the mountain. So, thought I'd give you guys a different view. Test out a chest rig I got. I actually had it for a while now, but doesn't really come into play too often, but you'll have to let me know what you think of it. Whew. There are a ton of gnats out today. Holy camoles. They're all over the place. Well, we've reached the next waypoint. Oh, I can see the other one. Not too far. What I worry about this camera is that all you're seeing is the ground. And I don't want that. But maybe it's okay, I don't know. I think I just ate a gnat. It's kind of juicy. But it left me wanting. That's cool. It's really cool. I wonder if that was the minerals the miners were looking for. Anyway, here's our structure. Hope you can see it all. I'm having to bend my body back and forth to try and give you a look. Onwards and upwards. This line has been following me, but in a crisscross pattern. I'm not sure what it's from. Oh, did I tell you I got new gloves? Yeah, in the last video. Well, one of the last videos. I don't remember which one. When I was digging out one of those mines, they died. So I got a new pair. They're from Magpul. They're thin, but they're nice. I had their thicker ones first, a pair of black ones. But then I saw these tan ones, thought they were the same thickness as the black ones, but they ended up being really thin. So I thought I'd might have to send them back, but I ended up really liking them. So when it came time to replace them, I got the same thing. A little exploratory. Didn't give out much though. I'm gonna come over here. Partially as an excuse to stop going uphill, but genuinely for an excuse to see out and across. I'll try not to get too distracted. Huh. Not much. All right, onwards and upwards. If I had to guess, I'd say that it would have taken the miners 5 minutes to get from the bottom up to this waypoint. Like I said, I could be wrong. I've never seen how fast a minecart goes up one of these tram lines. But it's taken me over an hour to hike up this far. We're not even at the top yet. I just hope it doesn't go down and then back up again before we get to our mine. That's a track for a minecart. Hope you guys are able to see this. There, I took you off for a minute so I could make sure you see this. Man. Massive structure, that's for sure. My guess is it was in service 100 years ago. In the 1920s, 1930s, and probably didn't get decommissioned until maybe the 50s. Probably more like the 40s though. Like I said, I don't know. This is pretty nifty though. This is one of those what would you call it, a pulley? That's pretty cool. Those are, there's another one right up there. I hope you can see it. I'm sorry, guys. I have no idea what you can and can't see. But what I can see up ahead is the next waypoint. And the mountain isn't as steep for the moment, which makes me happy. Happy, 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 happy. Nothing much left of this waypoint. Nothing much left at all. Sure hope it doesn't rain on me. I don't have a mine I can climb into. Not much left of this frame either. It's been toppled. This one's got a bit more to it. Looks like someone found these and just placed them here to be viewed, and yes, that is a solid piece of steel. Man. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. You can see where the cable, I'm assuming anyway, wore away at that piece of steel. Jeez. That is cool. There's a thinner cable was running over here. It could very well be the one, have been the one that went through that. Then again, maybe not. I don't know. Could be though. Could be. That's cool. I'm seeing lots of lizards today, but not too many snakes, which is good. In fact, I haven't seen any snakes, which makes this guy happy. All right, I I think I see our path forward. And it's not an easy one. Looks like we are going to be going down before we go up. I mean, we're going to go down and then up. I very much doubt this line will span the distance, and even if it did, I don't really want to, you know, shimmy my way across this. Makes for cool footage though, but no, not gonna happen. Oh, the wire does go across. Bear Grylls would do it. He'd grab onto this and just hike on across. I don't even have a carabiner that's wide enough to go across, or wide enough to latch onto these things. I sure would be committed though, wouldn't I? Is that a crazy idea? I mean, if I step right there and stand there, I'm pushing them so far apart, I wouldn't be able to reach pretty soon. That would be fun though. There just isn't a safe way to do it. Alright, I'm not one to give up altitude, so altitude. And as fun as that would be, no. Not while I'm out here alone. Oh, but it would be really fun. By the way, it is 69 degrees now, so it might just rain on us, and I'm hoping it won't be for very long. That we're closer together. My arms aren't that strong. Those of you who are writing in the comments that I should have gone over the wire or across on the wire, I don't know if you really appreciate just how much work that would take, how much effort. I'm not exactly bounding with energy after this hike. Of 1.5 miles up a mountain. That's right, you heard me. I've been climbing this mountain for 1.5 miles. I'm in no fit state to go across that cable. As fun as it would be. Maybe if I camped here the night, had a nice steak for dinner, some pasta for breakfast, and started fresh in the morning, I could do it. I'm going to continue my way along this route, go around, and re-intersect with the wire. I tell you guys, that was not easy. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine doing that all the way across? I caught up with it again. Not sure where it's gonna take us, but I got up to it again. That's the old one, or the last waypoint. I don't know where the next one will be though. I expected it to be close by, so I'm a little surprised we haven't found it yet. There wasn't one in between me and the last one down there. There wasn't one. I looked. What chafes my cookie is I have to come back this way, more or less. But that's the price of curiosity, right? I want to know where this line goes. Only way to do that, truly, is to follow it. And it dawned on me a few moments ago that I'm not the first person to walk this trail, this path. Obviously, you know, someone had to put it in. Somebody came along here and put this up, and then hauled all of this cable up this mountain. Oh, how the heck they did that? Did they hook it onto a smaller cable and just drag a smaller cable up here, maybe a rope? Even so, we are just under 2 miles right now. That's a lot of rope. That's a heck of a lot of cable. I see our next waypoint up ahead. Man, my legs want me to give up. I'm not out of shape, you guys, but I'm not exactly in the best of shape either. Not much left of this one either, but Some of it's still standing. Quite a bit of it has fallen though. Been snacking and drinking as I hike, but good grief, I think I should have had more than just a bowl of cereal for breakfast. I hate cereal. It's about as worthless as the cardboard box or plastic bag it comes in. One foot doggedly in front of the other. Looks like we got some more timbering here. Not much though. Gonna rest at the next one. Oh, look at that fan. Oh, it's broken. That's cool. I know. We're not at the next one yet. That's a shame that broke. well rested or not, it's time to get a move on. It's about 76 degrees now. It was 83 a few minutes ago. I rested for maybe 20 minutes. It spans another canyon, tiny canyon, but it's canyon nonetheless. Which means I either go down and up, or I go around. And quite frankly, I'm not sure which one's the better option. Yes, I do. Around. That gets pretty deep down there. It's not a very long distance, so it means it's really steep on the other side. Whereas this is longer, but I'm not going uphill. I can hike 20 miles in a day, no problem. Relatively level ground, but get me going up and down steep mountains, I'm good for maybe 5. Oh man. Ever have one of those moments where you realize you've bit off more than you can chew? Yeah, I'm having one of those moments. I think I've bit off more than I can chew with this hike. Jimmy Cricket. The view's spectacular though. I was really curious about this tram line though. Have been ever since I first came here to this area. And every time I pass through here, not that that's very often, I'm intrigued by it. But that doesn't mean it's easy. I just hope it's worth it. I know there ain't gonna be no leprechaun on the other side waiting for me, but I would hope there'd be a big old fat mine to explore. Well, waypoint for the tram line is right there. Instead of having to go down all of that and back up again, we just go across. Still ain't easy, but I think it saved energy. If nothing else, mentally it saved energy. So either way, it's a win. It's the way I hike. Let me know how you would have done it. Would you have gone just down and up, a shorter distance? Or would you have circumvented the canyon like I did? Around or down over? Never give up altitude. After all, I have the high ground, Anakin. This mountain is deceptively steep. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit apprehensive about what comes next. I don't think there's some secret pass. It's gonna make it easy for me to get to the end of the line. Temperature, because of the clouds, is ranging anywhere from 68 degrees to 85. Just can't seem to make up its mind. However, I sorely appreciate the cooler temperatures. How the heck is that thing? Haven't gone too high, have I? I was trying to go up. See it again. Oh, we're above it. We'll see if we can't get a better view of it farther along here. We're going to intersect with the cable through there. Well, here is the next waypoint. I wonder what determines how close they are to each other. It seems like some of them are spaced really close, while others are spaced very far apart. Of course you do. I feel like we're getting closer, but at the same time, it really could go either way. There could be another mountain between us and the mine, if there even is one. Oh. It's almost getting to the point, energy-wise, where when we get to the peak, if there's not an end in sight, I might sadly have to turn around. If I had shelter, well, I could make shelter. I could spend the night out here. It wouldn't be the most comfortable thing in the world. But practically speaking, I'd be in a worse situation if I did spend the night. Although ironically, I do have a Jeep full of camping gear, complete with camp stove and fuel. No food, but hey, I don't need 2 legs. The next waypoint. Getting all scratched up in here, out here. Three years ago, my heart would have been giving me all sorts of issues. But after my surgery, or procedure, whatever, I haven't had a problem, which has been nice. Now, if it's trained like this for the rest of the way, we're golden. But something tells me it's not. Oh, dang it. Do you guys see what I see? I see another mountain. $70 degrees. We are at the top of this stretch, this mountain, for whatever that's worth. The tram line, as you can probably see, continues onwards and upwards. However, I believe this is the highest it goes. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's the plan. We're gonna rest here, rest up here, and then continue on up the mountain until we get to the top. We'll look over, and if I can't see the mine in a reasonable distance, we're gonna have to turn around and go home. I don't want to do that, especially where we've come so far. But I'm worried we might not have a choice. I've got food, but I don't have the water. And what's more important, I don't know that I have the energy. That was a grueling hike. It is beautiful up here. It is very beautiful up here. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad I came up. As worn out as I am, I do enjoy this. That looks like as good a spot as any. I'll rest up here, put a fresh battery in the camera, put some fresh water in my body. Got a fresh battery in it. Had to buy new ones because my others were not lasting very long. But I wanted to pause and ask you guys something. For years, I have been using a Swiss Army knife as my primary everyday carry knife. I use this one for sentimental reasons because my grandpa had one just like this. I always admired it. And I love the tools that are in this. It's got a blade, very handy to have in a pocket knife. It's got a screwdriver, a flathead. I'd prefer one that has both, but it's got a flathead, and it's got an awl, that little pokey drill thingy for like leather. I love most of everything about that knife, except when it comes to actually accessing the blades. They are so stiff. So stiff. And what I need your help with is I've decided it's time for me to get a different knife. Now I've looked at different Swiss Army knives, and there are great ones. You know, the traditional red-handled one. I've actually got another one of those. And I like it. I like it. But it's just not quite what I'm looking for, you know? What I'm looking for in a knife is I want a blade, or I want a Phillips screwdriver, and a flathead screwdriver. Really, that's all I need. Those two things. Scissors, pliers, whatever. Those three things are really the things that I use the most. Every time I get out my knife, it's either to use the blade or the flathead screwdriver. And oftentimes I am finding myself wishing I had a Phillips screwdriver. Now I found a knife online that's got me intrigued. It's called the Leatherman Free T4, Free 4. I think it's the T4. S4, I can't remember. I can't remember. It's like 70 bucks. And it looked like it had everything I wanted. Then Gerber's got one that it's got everything I want too, and the screwdriver's actually better in it. But I just don't care for the way it looks. I don't remember what it's called. But if you guys know of a good knife that would fit in a pocket, you know, close to the size of a Swiss Army knife, that's got those three features to it, send me a link to it. You can find my email in the About section of my YouTube channel page. But send me an email. I'd appreciate it. I'll look into it and see if it's something that'll work for me. Anyway, back to resting and eating. Thanks, guys. Well, I am rested. I am refed. I am rewatered. So I am ready to get going. .79 degrees, and I ended up resting for about half an hour instead of the 20 minutes I said I was going to, but I'm okay with that. There's a bunch of that all over. I used to know the word for that, but all I can think of in my mind is malachite, and I don't think that's right. I was in a mine kind of near this area, maybe 2 years ago. Can't remember. And that stuff was all over the place, big chunks of it. You could see it all over the walls too. We started around 10 o'clock this morning, by the way, and it's now 2:45. And it's been 2.5 miles of basically more or less uphill. See, it's all over the place. And is this rustic? Is that what that is? Does that mean there's iron in it? I don't know. I bought a geology book, but I guess I'm a slow learner because I'm not learning much out of it. I tend to zigzag when I'm going up a mountain. It tends to be easier on my knees, but this isn't terribly steep right here. Looks like we've got a couple of waypoints in front of us. "72 degrees. See, I'm telling you, temperature's all over the place. There's a lot of country out here, people. So much country. I'm always amazed at just how much space there is. I mean, those of you who live in a city and have been there your whole lives, you have no idea just how much empty space there is in this country, in this world. I have been to Madagascar, South Africa, France, Mexico, Canada, Zimbabwe, Swaziland, and it's just full of empty space. It never ceases to amaze me. All right, looks like we got a bunch of cabling just on the ground here. I mean, we still got the two in the air, but a whole pile of just cable right here. Oh, and we got a shed. This could be cool. So if we do end up stopping here, at least we'll see something besides just tram line. Oh, and there's the defunct telephone line. Yeah, this is the top, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not the first to be here either. You look down here at these rocks. I don't know about you, but I've never seen rocks grow naturally like this. These were placed here. Someone found them and stuck them on here. So we're not the first ones up here. But who knows how long it's been since the last person was up here. cool. Is that coal? That looks like coal. Probably to power the winches, maybe? Speaking of power, check out these pulleys. Oh man. Still work. I just used nails here. Same with this side. That's cool. All sorts of bits and bobs on the ground here. Here's another one of those steel rods. Yeah, I think that is coal. I really do. I want to be wary of snakes, but I think we're good. Whole spool of cable there. That's fun. Look at that old box. That's cool. Hey, just kidding. More bits and bobs on the ground. This is a cool box. If there was writing on it though, it's long since gone. Don't know what that is. All sorts of stuff down here, but what's this? Oh, it's the top of a bottle. That's what that is. Okay. I saw broken glass around, but that didn't look like glass. Oh, that's sad. Check this out. Wouldn't that have been a beauty to find? Hole. Looks like here's the bottom of it. That would have been cool. I'm glad we came this far, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever lies ahead, I'm glad we came this far. This was a rewarding find. There's a mess of cables in there, though. Oh, okay. Okay. Up there. That thing we saw inside in the corner. It's to hold some sort of track up there. That's cool. Now, the real question, ladies and gentlemen. Will we see a mine? Oh, no, no! I don't know if you guys can see what I can see. But just through that little window on the other side of that valley, there's another waypoint and a hopper. But up this high, that's not it's not a mine tunnel at it, it's a mine shaft. Which means the tunnel, because surely there's got to be one, is most likely on the other side of that mountain over there. And as much as I would dearly love to get there, I have to be honest with myself that it's just not going to happen. We'll come out here a little ways. To see if there's something on the other side, but you know, I mean, just right down there. But don't hold your breath. There's something here though. Thank you, tree. I almost fell. Most likely this is just an exploratory pit. Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, maybe we haven't struck out after all. Let me get around to the other side. And see if we can peek down this hole. See if there's something worth exploring. Nope. Doesn't go anywhere. But that might. Let me get over there, you guys. I do have the energy for that. Renewed energy, you could say. Maybe. We gotta at least go look at it though. As I'm looking around through these trees, it's not a very good view for you. I know, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me take you off the mount. Right up there, and there, and there, and up there. There are what looks to be mines. But I'm having to wrestle with myself. Because on the one hand, chances of me ever coming back to this location are slim to none. So if I don't explore them today, I ain't gonna explore them. But on the other hand, do I have the energy to go all the way up there and back down there and back up there and get back to my Jeep, which is several miles away? My dilemma is, what if I hike up there only to find it's a pit? I see a tunnel down there, so that's a surety. I only see signs of mines up there with small waste rock piles and pretty high up on the mountain, which would suggest they're not worth exploring. But I'll tell you what, guys, this is gorgeous country, and the view here, oh my goodness, I can probably see for over 100 miles. Oh, that is cool. Check that out. What is that? Oh, that is for shizzle cool. L.M. Rumsey and Co., St. Louis. The number, I can't tell if you can see that or not, number 76. It looks like. Oh, that is cool. It's just sitting right here. What would that have been for, you guys? And why would it be here of all places? Do you know what? I wonder if someone just threw it like a frisbee. Oh, that is cool. That is so cool. What in the world did that go to? Please leave a comment if you know what this is from, or what it is used for. I am very curious. This is very cool. I'm a huge fan of drafting and compasses, the like, and so a find like this, that is just really cool. All right, so we were up there and we hiked along this, did some exploring in that massive waste rock pile. Definitely keep an eye out for those videos to come. And I said that I didn't think the line spanned the canyon, but I don't know if you can see it, but it actually does. One line spans all the way across this. It is insane. But anyway, I'm on that road that leads to that hopper that I saw. I don't know how clear in the video the hopper looked, but we're gonna see if we can't climb over there and take a look. This is a very old road. Very, very, very old road. FYI, it's about 4:30. We are at over 3.5 miles trying to get across this tram line. I did not include those mines in this video because that's not the purpose of this video. But golly gee, mister, that's huge. You are not going to want to miss those videos. I am not looking forward to hiking back to the Jeep, I'll tell you that. I am just about out of water. Got plenty at the Jeep, but it's at the Jeep, so it doesn't do me any good right here. But at least for the most part, it will be downhill, which is a lot easier than going uphill. All right, so here are the cut lines. But it still has one line going all the way up. Well, I was going to continue on this road thinking it went around, but it's kind of going down. So I guess it's back uphill we go. I do think this will be our last stop, though. Our last waypoint, I mean. Even if it continues. I am far enough away from my Jeep and it is late enough in the afternoon that I can't really continue on. So in the mine I just came out of was 56 degrees inside, and outside it was only 81 degrees outside. have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. And it continues on. My goodness. So, why was there a hopper? Why was there a barrel? No, but seriously, why was there a hopper here? Looks like there's something up there. Does not look like we're going to get to the end of the rainbow on this one, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder if these headed off to that. I mean, that would make sense. And then they'd come over here with the ore and dump it in the hopper. That makes sense. Which means there might be a road up here. Yeah, there's definitely a track here. I might follow that back, see what I can see. It goes around the corner though. Where are you going? Who are you? Where do you come from? Where are you going? Keep hearing stuff coming from out that hopper. Excuse me. I am one tired hiker. One tired minor 49er. That's what we do here, right? We do what we can to find the mines. That tram line just continues to go. I wonder what that road is. How do I get to it? There's some beams up there. Wonder if that's for telephone or if there's actually a mine over here. That's not a good sign. I'm starting to feel blisters on the bottom of my feet. That's never good. I'm really curious as to where this track goes. I suspect they left that track we were following with the lines because they were bent. That's actually not uncommon. They take the straight stuff but leave the bent stuff. Oh, that's where we're going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how far down this rabbit's hole are we actually going to go? I get the impression I could spend days in this area and still not find everything. This is so cool. Sure came the hard way though if there's a road. And there's definitely stuff here. Heard that piece of tin right there make noise and I was concerned about a snake, but no rattle. So I'm good to go. Alright, well, hate to do this to you again, but sorry, you're gonna have to chime in within the next couple of weeks to see what all this leads to. This is a tramline video, not a mine video. But I will catch back up to you guys when I get back to that tram line and start heading home. You know, I can't help but wonder and imagine what life must have been like for those miners. Day in, day out, load up in that cart, ride up the tram, head up and over these gorgeous mountains, and just work like you wouldn't believe all day long inside of a mine. How much did they get paid, do you think? Enough to make a living? Probably not. Enough to squeak by? Probably. Enough to raise a family on? Could be. There are certain aspects of this that could be very romanticized. I'm not gonna lie. There are aspects of mining that I think are just truly beautiful. There's a certain peace, I know it's kind of weird to say, but peace to being inside of the earth. There's definitely a peace to being up on the top of this mountain, I'll tell you that. But at the same time, hard work is hard work. Now, I don't mind hard work if it's something I can be proud of. But when you work hard and what you get out of it isn't worth the effort you put into it, it can be demoralizing. I hope that these miners' hard work satisfied them, left them proud. And for what it's worth, I have a lot of respect for them. A lot of respect. All right, I am going to begin my trek back to the Jeep. I am 4 miles away from the Jeep, and it is 5 o'clock in the evening. So hopefully I can get there before 7, but boy, I don't know. This could be a long day for me. Long or short, it has been worth the trip. 100-fold. Saw some cool, awesome sights. Some really fantastic finds. And just had an all-around good time. I asked you guys to put a lot of things in the comments today. I know that. But I am wanting your involvement in these. I think it's fun for me, and it's fun for, I hope it's fun for you. Some of you have been with me for the whole time. One last thing to put in the comments. How long have you been subscribed to the channel? How long have you been watching? Is this your first video? Or have you been here the whole time? Is an anniversary coming up? Let me know. I didn't start too long ago, 2019, March. But it has been one satisfying journey, and I can't wait for the next adventure. But for right now, I can't wait to see where this this road track goes. There's that hole that we passed. I don't know if I included that in this video or not. As soon as we get to the end of this track line, I'm gonna go ahead and turn you guys off and catch back up with you when and if I find anything worth showing. This was a fun one. Speaking of things worth looking at, just a sneak preview. Yeah, can't see it very well, but it'll be coming out a couple weeks after this video does, along with a handful of other really cool finds. There's some short ones, as there always are, but even the short ones are really cool just because of what we find inside. I'm spoiling it too much. I'll catch up with you guys later. Hey guys, I'm wearing blisters into my feet. I think they're just hot spots right now, but if I don't take care of them, they're gonna get worse. So I'm gonna get into my first aid bag and get out some moleskin to put on them. Wish me luck. Well, I got the moleskin on my feet. Fortunately, I haven't formed a blister yet. Knock on wood. And so those patches should help. You have to excuse my voice. I ran out of water, and so I'm sucking on a rock. Picked that little gem of a trick up from none other than Louis L'Amour. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there she is, my Jeep. We've made it. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey. It is 6:45. I've gone 5.7 miles. So it has been a trip. Could be 6 by the time I get back to the Jeep. It's pretty steep here, pretty long, but I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys on the next one.